All right, guys, OFD checking in here and Happy New Year. Now, the first watch of the year, guys, 2022 is an IWC. This is actually a limited edition piece. This is a Mark 18, which is a tribute to the original IWC Mark 11. This watch is available at CW Watch Shop. Guys, if you're interested in this watch or another luxury watch in your life, check out the link in the description below to CW Watch Shop and see if you can get this one on your wrist or another luxury watch. Now, let's talk about this piece. Now, guys, like I said, this is an original or a tribute to the original Mark 11 timepiece from 1948, being that there's only 1,948 of these pieces that were actually produced. 2017 was the year that this watch was released. This particular watch here is a 2017 model and comes with full box, paperwork, cards, everything you'd expect from a limited edition timepiece. Let's talk specifications on this watch, guys. 40mm case from side to side is what I measure with my caliper. 50.7 lug tip to lug tip. Comes in at a really thin 10.9mm of thickness from the case back to the top of the semi-dome sapphire crystal, and you have 20mm lug openings on this. Now, this is an absolutely stunning example of a pilot's watch, especially from one of the most famous pilot watch companies out there, that being IWC. Now, if you're not familiar with the company IWC, they were started back in 1868 by an American watchmaking pioneer by the name of Florentine Ariosto, and really, really beautiful timepieces from IWC. We really respect the company as an horological, milestone in the watch world out there. Limited to 1,948 pieces, guys. This piece is, from what I can tell, has seen very, very limited wear on it. The cases on these are pretty much all brushed. You do have a very nice polished chamfer coming up the edge of the watch just underneath the crystal there, or the bezel and the crystal there. There is anti-reflective coating on this crystal on the underside. I'm not sure if there's any on the top side, but because of the slight dome, the watch is picking up quite a bit of reflections here in my studio. This watch is run the caliber 35111 IWC movement, which is basically based on the SW300 movement, which is a very great movement from Sellita. They've done their decoration and their upgrades to the movement. You got a 42-hour power reserve on this movement. It beats at 28,800 vibrations per hour. You guys also get the functionality of the date movement over here at the 3 o'clock position. Now, this watch, although it's a tribute, they have done a few things different. They've lost the dots up here next to the triangle at the 12 o'clock position, and the hour hand has been stubbed off, as you guys can see. Really, really cool hour hand on this watch. Instead of coming to the fine point here, it has been stubbed off, and the seconds hand is slightly different on this watch. But other than that, a very, very clean watch from IWC. The watch, like I said, the company has a rich history. As a matter of fact, down in the description, I will leave a link to a YouTube video where a couple gentlemen describe the history of IWC, and I found it to be a very informative and really nice video to watch. So let's go ahead and get this one on my 7-inch wrist, and then make sure to stick around for the lume shot, as this is a very impressive timepiece with the lume. Now, actually, before we throw this on my wrist, I wanted to show you guys the case back here. Now, it does give you the, I think it's 6 bars of water resistance, which is actually 200 feet, which is kind of interesting. And then it's not actually numbered as far as that 1,948 pieces. It just says 1 out of 1,948 pieces. Then it's got the limited edition, the Mark 18, tribute to the Mark 11, and sapphire crystal, that type of stuff. It does have a serial number here on the back, but I did want to show you guys that. Now, I didn't pull the strap all the way off just because it does have this bolster here, and I don't want to mess that up at all trying to pull it off. But again, let's go ahead and throw this one on the 7-inch wrist and check out the lume at the end. All right, so size-wise, with this 40mm case, fits my wrist good. Now, my wrist is a little bit thin, so you do have some extra straps sticking up here. Now, I will tell you, you're not going to trim this strap up because the stitching comes up all the way around the edge here. So if you were to trim the strap to make it fit a little bit without this much extra, you're really going to ruin the strap. So I would never suggest doing this, especially to an IWC strap. It is logo or, emblazoned IWC right there on it. So really, really nice. But this is a spectacular example of a tribute watch. The company IWC originally made the Mark 11. So for them to come out and make the tribute with the Mark 18 to look very similar to that original Mark 11, it's a beautiful, beautiful timepiece. So let's go ahead and dim the lights and check out the lume. All right. right, so let's go ahead and light this one up. Like I said, this is a 2017 model as per the paperwork and the warranty card and everything like that. So, but I do like the way IWC does the lume. I do wish they loomed kind of everything on the watch, but you'll see the way they did this one. So basically, you've got the lume on the triangle at 12 o'clock and then indices at the 3, the 6, and the 9. And of course, your hands on the watch glow incredibly. Very, very nicely done. Heavily applied. It's not going to be a problem telling the time, but I do kind of wish each of the indices was loomed up. But nice, nice looking timepiece. Guys, if you're interested in this watch, check out the link in the description below where you can get this one over at the CW Watch Shop website. The IWC Mark 18, which is a tribute to the original Mark 11, really, really nice timepiece. And again, limited to a number of 1,948 pieces. Those have all been produced, so the ones that you're seeing out there are being sold in the secondary market, but really, really nice watches. So guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up down there at the bottom. And if you've not subscribed to the OFD channel yet, please do. Please do. Thanks, guys.